My grandfather left me his entire estate worth $3,500,000. The parents who cut me off at 18 showed up to the will reading, grinning, "Of course, we'll manage it for you." But when the judge read the next page, their smiles shattered. I'm Oliver, 27. My parents kicked me out at 18 with a backpack and nothing else. Learn the value of hard work, they said. My sister Claire got a new car at 17, full college tuition, everything. I got hand-me-downs and lectures about being a man. That night, I slept in my car. The only person who didn't abandon me was my grandfather. He let me crash on his couch when things got bad, fed me, saw potential where my parents saw weakness. 10 years later, he passed. The lawyer called about the will reading. I walked into that office and froze. My parents were there. Claire too, all dressed like they were heading to a gala, smiling like they'd already won. My mom leaned over, nails digging into my sleeve. "Don't worry, Oliver. We'll make sure the estate is taken care of properly." My dad added, "We'll manage it for you. You're inexperienced." They were already counting the money in their heads. Then the lawyer cleared his throat. Per the wishes of Mr. Harold Montgomery, his entire estate, valued at $3.5 million, is hereby left to his grandson, Oliver Montgomery. Time stopped. My parents' smiles froze mid-expression. Claire's jaw actually dropped. My mom recovered first. Voice too high. "Well, of course. But Oliver will need our guidance. He's inexperienced with finances. We'll step in." My dad nodded, steepling his fingers. "It's only logical we manage the funds. $3.5 million could ruin him." Claire smirked, tucking her hair. "Honestly, Oliver, you've never been responsible. Remember that tiny credit card you maxed out freshman year? Let us help." The lawyer cut through their performance. Mr. Montgomery specified very clearly that the estate belongs to Oliver alone. No trustees, no oversight. Full control. That didn't stop them. My mom's hand on my arm, nails digging deeper. "Oliver, sweetheart, we only want what's best. Think of it like a family effort. Grandpa would want us all to benefit. Benefit for them, not me." My dad forced a tight smile. "We're just concerned. You understand, son?" He hadn't called me son in a decade, not since the night he pointed at the door. I stayed silent, watched them scramble. Claire leaned forward, voice dripping condescension. "You don't want to end up like those lottery winners who go broke, right? You're not even a homeowner. You still rent. What if you blow it all?" The lawyer didn't look up. Again, Mr. Montgomery's instructions are explicit. No one but Oliver is to control or manage the estate. They left the office already strategizing. "My mom, he'll come over tonight. We'll discuss details." I didn't go. Instead, I hired a financial advisor named Richard. He wasn't impressed by the money or my parents' concerns. "You're more than capable," he told me after our first meeting. "You just needed someone to confirm it." I used part of the estate to buy a modest home. Nothing flashy, but it was mine. Walking through those empty rooms, I finally felt like I belonged somewhere. 2 months later, my parents tried accessing the funds, showed up at the bank claiming they were my representatives. The bank flagged it immediately, called me. That's when I discovered what my grandfather had really done. The estate wasn't just money. It was protected by ironclad stipulations that explicitly disinherited my parents if they tried to interfere. He'd predicted every move they'd make and prepared for it. When my parents filed a court petition claiming I was unfit to manage the estate, I was ready. I walked into that courtroom with everything: the attempted bank access, the manipulative letters demanding control, text messages from Claire dripping with insults, and my grandfather's leather-bound notebook, pages of his handwriting describing their history of manipulation and why he'd chosen me. The lawyer read aloud, "If they attempt to take what is not theirs, it will be proof enough of why I chose Oliver." The words echoed like a gavel strike. My mother's face went pale. My father's fists clenched. Claire stared at the floor. The judge's voice was crisp and final. "The petition is denied. The estate remains solely in Oliver Montgomery's control. This court cautions the petitioners against further attempts." It was over in under an hour. As we left, my mom tried one last time, voice trembling. "Oliver, sweetheart, we only did this for you." I stopped, looked at her calmly, calmer than I'd been my entire life. "No, you did it for yourselves. Grandpa knew it, and now everyone else does too." Her hand froze midair before dropping. Their reputations crumbled after that. Dad took early retirement. Mom's country club friends stopped calling. Claire moved back in with them. Me? I invested in projects Grandpa would have been proud of. Joined charity boards in his name. Got promoted at work. One evening, I drove past their house. The same house I'd been thrown out of at 18. The lawn was unkempt. Shutters needed paint. The place looked tired, worn down. For so long, that house represented my failure, my shame. Now, looking at it, I felt nothing but clarity. They hadn't destroyed me. They'd forged me. Every insult, every dismissal, every cruel word had built the resolve I carried now. I rolled down my window and whispered to myself, "Grandpa was right. I decide what I'm worth." Then I drove away, leaving that house and everything it represented behind me. They tried to cut me out of their lives. In the end, I cut them out of mine.